it's really crazy because your mind has to juggle being bullish and bearish at the same time, right? Because I'm
Yeah.
kind of like you guys. I invest in lithium, and you have to be bullish on the economy and growth and all that stuff in the future to be able to invest in something like that. But at the same time, I look at it just there's too much debt out right now, and we need that kind of deleveraging first. So it is kind of, it gives you a headache to try to balance the bull and the bear at the same time, because I think it's possible to look at both viewpoints. But I think, like like when Nick's saying all the infrastructure build out and all this expansion, I mean, I see that too. I see a really bright future, and like the whole electric car revolution, all that good
Mm-hmm.
stuff. I just think before that happens, you need to have this deleveraging, because there's just too much debt and malinvestments. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of malinvestments right now that
Or
just
it could
it's
happen just despite the deleveraging, because if you think about it, if you get like, okay, what happened to like the history of the iPhone? When did it get hot and how did it start to grow? And then Samsung sort of, try to copy it. And now there's this whole, everybody has a smartphone nowadays. I'm from Brazil. People in Brazil, like everybody has a smartphone, and it's, not a fully developed country yet. But 2008 happened, and despite everybody losing their jobs, there was this clear technology trend going up
right.
that everybody had the
I think the same.
iPhone and then the iPad, and so I think it can happen, especially if we get to a point where like electrical vehicles are getting cheaper and cheaper. Then you really have an interesting thing in your hand.
There's no going back. If you read all the headlines, like Germany wants to ban all petro and
Yeah.
all. I
I
think it's
think
like
Denmark
2000.
and Norway are also, they have already penned a few ideas about like 2020 or
Yeah, so
2025,
that's
something like that, like no
uh,
more
yeah.
old
I mean,
cars.
Norway's kind of always been on the bleeding edge of this kind of green movement, but once you have a country of Germany's kind of status that is that serious on it, and then
Hmm.
you already have the commitment from BMW and Mercedes and all the German manufacturers. So I don't think there's any going back. It's the same thing as a smartphone. It's all over again. It's the next revolution. It's the next paradigm
Yeah.
shift. And I agree that even if there is this massive deleveraging, I mean, that's going to be the silver lining from all this chaos. Is that's going to be the next growth cycle that takes place. I don't think it can really be stopped right now because it's moving full steam ahead. I mean, I think that's without question. But yeah, it's going to be interesting because it's going to be a pretty crazy and volatile transition, into that period. It's going to go unabated, but I think for the everyday person on the street, I mean, what's going to happen to maybe the markets or something, that will be shocking, and that could
Oh
be
yeah.
life changing in a way.
Hmm. It'd probably be a good buying opportunity for us, because as the market goes down, people freak out and sell everything, and we'd be like, hey, candy store all over again.
Believe in anything, I'll just say is, I'll be straight up, and I'm just gonna keep it simple. Buy gold.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
That's
Oh
funny
yeah,
too.
the Mark Dice guy. He'll be doing those interviews where he's trying to tell you, do you want a gold or silver piece or a chocolate bar, and people will actually take the
Oh
silver
gosh,
or gold
that
instead.
guy does not want to meet me in the street, because I will fool him. I will pretend that I don't know, and then
You'll be
grab the silver
Abby will
coin,
be like,
grab the gold bar,
Abby will
and
be like, I'll take one. Do you have another?
yeah. But you gotta really pretend like you're I don't know, because if you go straight for it, then he'll know what you're all about, right?
Yeah.
You gotta pretend.